Today we went before the concert and we had the musicians in, and remember the traditional musicians? So they actually sent me a message the next day saying that, you know, the guys, the drinking song, and they just thought you were an absolutely fantastic group and they just loved the drinking song. And, so they just wished you all the very best. So like everywhere you've gone really, you've just kind of touched people, and just to kind of just add to that, just it's been, I'll keep it brief, you know, tour guides, they don't like to talk a lot. It's certainly been a great honour and a privilege for me to spend the week with you, and I hope it's kind of lived up to all your expectations. I know you certainly, you know, you give up an awful lot to come to Ireland. So, hey, thanks for coming to Ireland. Yeah. You know, so exactly, good, yeah. So, I mean, you've been away from your family and friends, cats and dogs and whatever. So, an awful lot of planning and everything goes into this. So, you know, I've been to America a few times and I've had such a warm welcome, and I hope you've had equally a warm welcome everywhere you've gone. There's a certain connect, I think, between Ireland and America. You know, we're just talking about the American flags, like just driving around, like there are so many American flags. And there is, everybody talks about America in Ireland. And I mean, that goes way back in time. I mean, even, you know, when people were emigrating in the 1800s, people were wearing American clothes on these really remote islands around the country. And in schools in the 1800s, they didn't have a map of Ireland up in their schoolroom. They had a map of America. And you know, it's quite sort of, it goes right back. And they had like a well where water is, and people would stand around the well, and it was called America's Well. They were talking about America all the time. And so many, you know, so there's definitely a connection between our two great countries. So so many, you know, great memories that I've had, and that was a great song, guys. Yeah, I'd love to get the words. And you know, so many great memories that I have, and hopefully it'll bring them back home. And I mean, they say, you know, good memories is like living twice. You know, so I think we kind of lived 3 or 4 times, you know, during the week, because we've packed an awful lot in, and we've seen an awful lot, and we've done an awful lot as well. And you know, the Cliffs of Moher today, and up to Dublin, and all the Atlantic Ocean and the hills and the mountains and everything like that. But it's sometimes the things that you don't see, or I think the really important things. And you know, I know some of you last night, I believe, like some of the seniors. Who are the seniors? Yeah, so it might have been maybe the last time you were singing together, you know. So I'm sure that was a particularly, well, you know what I mean, as a group, but you know what I mean. And like last night, I know it was all great fun with the microphones and everything, but to get everything in place and everything like that. But I thought, like last night, it was lovely to sing with the other choirs, but I just thought it was lovely to hear you all sing as your own choir as well. So it was a lovely mix, lots of memories, and being stuck in a pub in Galway with the coach. Now, how did I get that message? Yeah, right. Okay, Roger. Yeah. So lots of, and even like things like in St. Melrose, you know, that peace song that you sung all together. You know, that was so moving, I thought. And Christchurch Cathedral, singing in Trinity College. That was great fun. You know what I mean? And people, and there was a guy came up to Karen and said, "I love just." Do you have a CD and everything? And he was, I think, in the front row, wasn't he?
He was in the front row.
He was in the front row.
At our concert.
Yeah, and he heard you sing. Yeah, and he heard you.
He was.
We do have CDs.
So you.
I gave him a special note. But also, last night after our concert, a lady came up to me and talked to me for a long time, and she said, "Who was that high soprano?" And she said, "Who was she?" She was over on the edge, and she came down and she sang on that Grado piece. And she sang on that Welsh piece. She said, "Does she make CDs?" I would like that. She said, I would like one because I would like to hear that voice every day. I would like to be able to turn it on every day.
Yeah.
And I think maybe there are several in our choir, maybe all of us, that have that potential. And I don't think that I've ever been any more proud of any group of kids than I am of you and your behavior and your representing your country so well and representing your families and yourselves so well and singing so beautifully. It was really incredible.
Yeah,
And you know, we are so lucky.
I mean, you're a credit to your state, you're a credit to your country, I mean, everywhere you've been, you know, people come up saying, so Marilyn, so, you know, well behaved and great fun and all the rest. So, I mean, you're a credit to your families that are here and your families that aren't here and your friends, and credit to your choir, and you're a credit to yourselves as well, which is, you know, and I mean, like, and as Carol was saying, like, some of you, I don't know, maybe make music a career. You know, my daughter, she's delighted to see you, so, because I'll be talking about you, so it'd be nice that, you know, she's going down the road of being a musician and a singer and a composer and all the rest, and it's, you know, it's a very rewarding. I'm sure some of you may make a career, and even if you don't, I mean, it's music, it transcends everything, and all the madness going on in the world at the moment, you know, I mean, it kind of, you know, transcends everything really, and I mean, you all have a great future. And I remember my daughter went to it was a kind of a talk before she did a big exam, and this guy came up and all about study techniques, and you put everything down in one column and you work it all out. And he said one thing, and I always kind of remember this, and it was like one of those sentences that you go kind of wow, and basically said, if you think you cannot do something, you will be right. I said, whoa, if you think you cannot do something, you will be right. And it was just, I've always remembered that, you know what I mean? Like, no matter what hurdles and, you know, that you come across, it's, you know, positive thinking, and kind of, in other words, you can just do anything with the right frame of mind and with determination and with the right outlook, you know, no matter what, with all the ups and downs in life that life throws at us. And it's all just how we think of things, and, you know, you certainly have a great future, you have a great country, and so, you know, wish you all the best in the future, and, you know, hopefully somebody will turn to music, or whatever it is. And if you do think of coming back to Ireland, hopefully you will, you know, certainly you have a friend here in Ireland, and I'd be, like, happy to help in any way or whatever. And my name is, I think it's up there on the internet somewhere. just key me in, and so you'd be.
We just type in Irwin.
You just type in, yeah.
There must be a turkey in there somewhere. Irwin Turkey.
Irwin Turkey Tree.
No, Turkey Tree, Irwin Turkey Tree, yeah. And, like, I mean, I suppose we have a lot to other people to thank that are actually here as well. And we have all the chaperones.
Yes,
yay!
We're wonderful.
I just wanted to say one thing.
Yeah.
Carol used to say this, and she says it every now and again, that you never leave the choir. And so it's interesting because your legacy that you made here this year will stay with you. And all of my kids went through the choir. And when I hear the basses sing, I see my son Dallin standing there with you. And I see Adrian with the sopranos, and I hear Tiffany with the altos. And here they are. Here they are, and it's deja vu for them. And they still feel like a part of them is with all of those years ago when they were standing where you're standing now. And this will be with you forever, and maybe someday you'll be along as a chaperone or a shadow, and you'll say, I remember my time, and it will always be with you, always. It will never leave you.
I know that Roger is missing you, because I've been talking to him on and off over the last couple of days. How are you getting on? Where are you? Did you get to the place? What was it like? And everything like that. Oh yeah, they miss you, Roger. Can you come back? Oh no, I'm up in Donegal. You have to go. He got the bus up. He got the bus up to Donegal, all right. He limped it up. They did some kind of a job. I don't know what they did on it, but not reliable. So he's up in Donegal at the moment anyway. So
Did he get a suitcase yet?
Did he get a suitcase yet? I know, it's on the road between here and Limerick. So,
It was a little yellow house,
it
wasn't
was a
it?
little yellow house. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we miss. I know we miss Roger. And, but I mean, a couple other people. And well, Jean, yeah, and I know Jean has done an awful lot. Now I thought there was, I was hearing about Jean, and then I was hearing about somebody called Margaret, and then there was Jean, and it was all like, I was like, there's only one Jean, but I thought Jean was everywhere. Have you noticed that? She was there, and then the minute she popped up with the list here, and then she was. You get around, Jean. You move quick. I tell you, you move quick. Keeping the show on the road and for getting us there and for looking after everybody so well, and she was always thinking of you and making sure that everything worked out and everything like that. And I would not be here, Jean would not be here, the choir would not be here, the chaperones would not be here, Sean would not be here with all the listening to all. No, he'd be here. Yeah. He'd be here all right, but he wouldn't have. And if it wasn't for Carol.
Not this. Usually, at the end of the tour, I think, wow. But
I mean,
I'm really going to miss you.
yeah. Well, I mean, she loves you all. I mean, that's obvious, and I know you love her all, and that's obvious too. And I mean, so much planning and all the preparation and everything like that. So Carol, thank you, and it was such a pleasure being in your company and enjoying your company and your chat and all the rest. And we'd have good chats as well. We'd have such a laugh as well. So everything was just so easy, like, you know what I mean? So, and if every choir director was like you, I'd be really, really, really happy. So I was very fortunate. I was delighted. So thank you very much. And like these things, I don't know when, like maybe a year ago, with all the planning and everything like that.
Actually, no, we started this. We thought we were going to be in Cuba at this time.
Oh,
so this was all it was last minute, and so these kids learned all of that music.
Yeah.
All of that music from about February on.
You were the first three.
And
Then you got
one other last person just to mention, of course, where does Carol, does Glenn?
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure Glenn is there.
Keeping me from getting lost, you know. You guys, we're so very fortunate. I just happen to think of this little girl that's in choir 2. She came up through choir 1, and Lily, and Lily's daddy, Chris, was in choir, and Jean and I dug him out of the Disneyland jail. I haven't ever told Lily that her dad was in jail. But there came this big booming voice, and I was on the the sky buckets going along, and I hear this, could someone please come and get their child out of jail? And I thought, wasn't that funny?
And they say the name.
It was ours. And I always think of that when I look at her, you know, 'cause she's so cute, but she's got a little spice in her. And I know where that comes from. And I just think, you know, that all of you, you know, bring me your kids. Okay? If they're anywhere near, I'll do the same thing to those poor things I did to you.
Just wish you all, like, I mean, I know we're, so I think it's about 30 or so, 31, Jane, thank you you see, this is it, Jane just comes to rescue every
Yeah,
time.
she does.
She does 31, and she knows who you are, and do you know who you are? So,
Check in the
exactly,
mirror.
yeah. So,
Yeah,
it's probably the last time we're all going to be together as
well, we'll get up and see you all.
oh, very good. You're all going to get up and see us all.
Yeah, well, I don't know about
Oh
that.
no, maybe not all. So yeah, so the breakfast will be ready at 5, okay? Okay, so breakfast ready at 5 and we load at 5:30 or even before, like I'll be down there before then and
Oh, no.
yeah. Exactly, yeah. So
I don't know how this happened. Oh, that is perfect.
oh, and one very big important piece of announcement is Fader Lynn. Yes, we can. Yes, we did. Aurora and myself, we found a geocache.
Yay!
First geocache was found, and she was bringing me down this area. I said, really, should we be going down here? Like, you know what I mean? So anyway, and then we came up this street, North Great Georgia Street, Sean will know it, North Great Georgia Street, where David Norris lives.
Absolutely,
Yeah, do you know about geocaching?
I actually don't.
I didn't either.
I'll bring you up to speed.
Talk to Aurora. Basically, it's you find these things. It's like a game, and you put it into your phone, and things are hidden in magnetic boxes tucked in. And so then there's a little name and number, and you write your name on it, and then you log it on, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, that's it.
So we went up North Great Georgia Street, and there was this, it was meant to be in a railing, a pointy railing, so we went along, and it was outside Mahaffey House, lovely Georgian house, where Mahaffey was Oscar Wilde's lecturer, and a house built by the Lord Mayor of Dublin, real ancient Georgian house. And tucked in underneath was a box, magnetic box, and we added our names in. So we found it, yeah. Now the only thing I was just saying that anytime we stop in the Barack Obama, I'll be saying to everybody, toilets over to the right, I'm going over to the left because we couldn't find that one in the Obama Plaza. I will find it, I will be determined. Why is he going over looking at that bunch of stuff?
And he will email her.
And I will let you know.
Yeah.
I will keep you posted.
It's your
So yeah, do keep in touch. Yeah, drop me a line. See if I'm safe. And so I wish you all, like, I know some of you are going on doing different things and heading to Galway and Wales and elsewhere and staying on. So I know we'll all be kind of splitting up and going our own separate ways. But you'll all be coming together. When's next rehearsal? Back home. The summer. You got the summer off, do you?
No, we have one thing that is a must attend, and that is movie night when I get home. So I'll let you all know when movie night is, and you can come.
What's movie night?
Movie night is we're going to watch Waking Ned Divine.
Waking Ned Divine. Have you?
Do you have vacation?
It is the funniest movie I have ever seen. And I only saw it about 6 months ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and like, I've heard about this, and it was on TV. I said, Waking Ned Divine, yeah. I could not stop laughing. It was like Roger's Suitcase. It was as good as could not stop laughing. That's what you do not want to miss. Waking Ned Divine, movie night.
We'll have movie night, and
Yeah.
and you know, I forgot to thank somebody. I forgot to thank Damien. He's done a great job with aviators all year long, and they should thank him.
Another special thank you for Larry for
Oh
doing.
my gosh.
And for being at the back of the The line for
Yeah.
head and beer, yeah. So
And
yeah.
for Terry, who cleaned up after all of us.
Sherry, the pianist, yeah.
Incredible. She's the only person who can be a whole bluegrass band with
Yeah, where is she?
really, really good.
There she is.
Well, thank you all. I can keep going, but I think it's just because I hate to have a moment die, but we gotta go home.
We gotta go.